Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Today I will be discussing the games between Hikaru Nakamura and between versus Carlsen Magnus. You know that yesterday a very important tournament started yesterday, 2025 Class Champions Showdown, and it's held in St. Louis, America. It's held amongst the four players Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen, Fabiano. In our previous video, I discussed the games between Fukukish the Mirage and Corona Fabiano. In this video, I will be discussing and analyzing the games between Hikaru Nakamura and Carlsen Magnus. If you're ready, let's start. Carlsen Magnus with the white pieces in the game 1 starts with the move d4, knight f6, knight c3, the long defense, bishop f4, e3, d5, bishop f4, e6, e3 play, a6, a3, e6, knight f3, c5 played by Hikaru Nakamura. Not a bad move, it's a theory of course, but it's not that popular nowadays too. c5, b takes c5, bishop c5, just giving the center to the black pieces. d3, knight c6, e4, upping and destroying the center of the black pieces. Castles, the engine said that d5 was to move, but to go against Magnus Carlsen, rule number 1. Of course, if anyone will be inside of Nakamura, nobody will come g5. You know that Magnus has a very solid defense and can beat you in defense too. Castles, b5, e5, and Magnus says that I want to block. I want to make sure that there will be no problems in my center now, and I can just maybe sacrifice queen d2, maybe example a move like rook b8, maybe b6, who knows after defending this would be good or not. Yeah, and Aiden likes it too, like there's sacrifice like this too. And I will play like this, no problem. e7, queen d2 play. f6 played by Hikaru Nakamura, just to play solid and defensively. E takes f6, queen f6, bishop g3 play, just defend the bishop on g3, knight e5, knight takes, rook e1, knight takes d3, queen c takes d3, which is a dubious move by Magnus Carlsen. If you can, your photograph is kind of a little bit weird, and your d4 square is becoming more passive and will be taken control by the black pieces. Takes d3, bishop d7 played by Nakamura, bishop b5, f5, d4, just to strengthen his bishop on the center. Bishop b7, rook e3, just to have attack ideas like rook e3, queen h6, and go all against Hikaru Nakamura. But of course, Nakamura sees and plays b5, and for the only move, bishop b7, b4 played. Magnus says that I don't care, I'll just go all against attack. And there's also a little trick that if you take on g4 with rook e3, for example, queen f5 and this g2, you're just winning the bishop, the queen, and this will be a winning position. Of course, Nakamura sees it and plays queen f7, queen d2, a5, just to gain space on the queen side, like b4 ideas, and to just demolish on the queen side. Knight e2 played by Magnus, b4, e takes b4, e takes b4, knight e3. Magnus' idea in this position is to mostly play on the king side because all his active pieces or minor pieces are on the king side. And with that, he will have maybe hope to just get tactics and on the king side. Bishop f6 by Nakamura, a very solid defense. If I played which engine didn't like it, it's a terrible mistake because after h takes g5, bishop f6. Instead of that, Magnus could have taken this, b5. Now rook f7 is blunted because after b3, you're just losing. Rook b3, instead of that, queen e7 and takes, knight h5 would have been better. But Magnus missed it and didn't maybe like it so or not. played in this position bishop f6, a terrible blunder by Magnus, queen f6. Now, Magnus played 95. Well, if you have, maybe Magnus missed that if I would have taken before, maybe there was queen 4 ideas. I don't think you would have seen it, but bishop f6 are terrible blunder, queen f6, rook e5, bb5, rook e1, he takes f4, knight after knight h5. You can see the Nakamura is like 2 pawns with the king on g1 is exposed, the bishop on e5, rook on a2, maybe can enter f3, f2 ideas. The rook is up now, rook queen h6, everything's on danger from Magnus Carlsen. Queen h6, queen f6 played by Magnus Carlsen, bishop e8, and king h1. A W is small, and also a prophylactic move just to get the rook on g1 get active. Bishop e6, another queen d4. Magnus Carlsen resigns because you can. It's like you're so hot in the position after rook f5. You have nothing to do. After this is queen f4. Like the knight is hanging. If you come like this, bishop f4. And yeah, queen f3, bishop f4. For example, if you come queen e2, it's f2. Yeah. After this come like the knight is hanging, and it's GG's for Hikaru Nakamura. It was a very fascinating game from the game 1 round 3. Now we'll go to the second game between Nakamura and Carlsen. This time Nakamura Hikaru was with the white pieces. Nakamura starts the game with e4, e5, knight f3, knight 6, bishop e5, the Spanish opening, knight f6, castles, knight e4, d4, which is a very famous drawish line, and I don't know why Magnus Carlsen went for it and go for it, because you're losing to Hikaru by 1-0. I think if anybody was instead of Magnus Carlsen, I think they would have risked it for a win because you're losing. Besides, but Magnus didn't want to risk it for what reason, but he plays d4, knight e6, a very popular Spanish opening drawish line, knight b5, a4, knight b4, takes, and this is a line. Actually, in my games, I have queen d4, queen 6, I can queen 3, and now they play bishop e6, and they play f4 now. Well, after this f4, I was playing a 2700 game, and I managed to win him f5 with d5 and played. And after this, I was winning when I was 2800 on each chess, of course. And after rook d8, rook d1. It was a very my development was fine. Queen c5, maybe like d4 if it takes. Even you can take knight d5, and I managed to win the game. And as we see that Nakamura didn't risk it all because he was winning 1-0. It will be better for him to win the game. And yeah, and the results were 1.5 and we didn't. Of course, the favorite in the match against Hikaru Nakamura and Carlsen Magnus was El Clasico at Real Madrid and Barcelona. And of course, the favorite was Carlsen Magnus. He was number one for more than 10 years and was a world champion for 8 years and was a 5-time world champion. But Hikaru is a streamer and a very number world too. And also it's a very dangerous player and aggressive player. I hope you enjoyed my video, guys. I hope you like and subscribe my YouTube channel. Bye, guys.